Sure. Hi.
So you're a young man from what town in Poland?
Krakow.
Krakow. Is this like, what is this? What is Krakow? Tell us a little bit about Krakow.
Well, if I would have to say something about
Wait,
Krakow,
let me interrupt you. I love your sunglasses. Are these designer?
yes, this is the Polish
Ooh.
small designer brand. It's not well known, but these are pretty cool.
They also look expensive and the quality looks good.
They are.
So,
They are.
so what can you tell us about Krakow?
Well, if I would have to say something about Krakow, first, this is the city with a huge history, you know what I mean? This is the city where many historical things happened. It used to be a capital of Poland, now it's not. But
It used to be the capital.
yeah, it used to for many years. It's called the City of Kings in Poland. And right now, also the history of Krakow contains many episodes of students and learning things, you know what I mean? That there are many old universities that are really well known all
It's
across.
an academic city.
Yeah, it's an academic city,
I've been
exactly.
to Poland actually, but I was in a place called Jakuszyce. I think I'll share a picture. It was very beautiful. Do you know Jakuszyce?
No, I don't know. It's
Somewhere in the mountains.
this is a small village in the mountains.
It's a small village, but it was really nice for like tourists and just having like a chill, relaxed, romantic getaway.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Krakow is completely different way.
City?
It's a huge city. Over 1 million people there.
I thought it was a small town. It's a
No,
city.
Krakow is one of the biggest cities in Poland.
No. Only because I know that a lot of financially capable people live there. So I thought it was like a small town.
It's a huge city
Ah.
with a lovely city center, many universities, and many young people. So I would say that for now, Krakow is the city of learning and parties.
Academic city as well as the city where you go party. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So the people are smart, but they're also crazy. Like you.
Yeah, they are.
I just wanted to ask you about your opinion on the ongoing war in Ukraine. What is your general opinion?
My general opinion is every kind of war is something bad. It doesn't matter on which side are you. People are losing their sons, daughters, fathers, mothers. People are dying. This is horrible. I don't think that this should happen in the 21st century.
Yeah.
If I would have to say whose fault is that, I would say probably the Russians, because
I guess that's where we disagree, because I think it's actually Zelensky and Biden's fault.
Okay,
Because
why?
I think Putin reacted like any rational leader would react. I don't know if you're old enough. I mean, you're much younger than I am. He's a baby. He's a baby.
I am.
What I wanted to say is that probably you're very young, you wouldn't know what happened to Muammar Gaddafi. Have you ever heard of Muammar Gaddafi?
No, I don't.
He was a Libyan leader. He was Pan-African. He wanted a united Africa. And the West just like completely humiliated him, assaulted him, and then went ahead to kill him and parade him on the streets like, woo, look what we did. And in my very honest opinion, I don't think Vladimir Putin is a punk. I don't think he was going to wait around to see what the Bidens would do to him. I think he did what any strong and rational leader would do. He stood up for his country. And I don't see anything wrong with it, especially because Zelensky was just about to join NATO, which would be a great threat to Russia.
Yes, but I believe that Russian-Ukrainian conflict started many years ago. It's not new. For example, occupation of Crimea. You know what I mean? I believe it was 2014 when the Russian army took some part of Ukraine, and I believe that this conflict is caused by Russia is willing to take back the territory that they used to have when they were USSR.
But
And I believe
let me ask
that
you something. Same day, I mean, the whole world was told by America, oh, you should feel bad because Putin has boots on the ground in Ukraine. This is completely provoking. We without any cause, which is a complete lie because he's not crazy. If he had to defend himself, he really had to, especially because of all the like spies on the borders, all the provocations. Like the guy was being provoked, he was there. All the military tankers and like soldiers, right, you know, in the borders, and people reported this, and people saw that, okay, soon this guy is going to be sort of like the rug will be pulled from under his feet. So before all this happened, I'd just like to ask, we were being told like, oh, you have to feel bad because the Ukrainians are dying and children in Ukraine, which of course we feel bad, we're not a bunch of savages, of course we feel bad about that. But my question is, same day we were being like told how bad Putin is and how bad it is for Russia to like invade Ukraine, Somalia was being invaded by the Americans, the same Biden administration. So what's with the double standard? What do you have to say about that?
Well, I would say
are
that
Somalian children not as important as?
of course they are. I would say that every country should have its freedom. I consider myself as people of the man of many nationalities. I don't stick to. Of course, I'm Polish. I love Polish culture, but for me, we are all the same. It doesn't matter where do we come from. It doesn't matter which language do we speak. I think what matters is that we are all people, and I don't say that America is new, but I say that Putin is willing to take the territory of Ukraine. Is just willing to be more powerful, and I believe that many world leaders, including Biden, including Putin,
somebody attacked Poland and your president decided, not actively attacked it, but threatened the peace and stability of Poland, and your president took a stand, would you be saying the same thing?
But how did that happen in Ukraine?
It did, because Zelensky was threatening to join NATO.
Well,
Putin had to make a move.
Yeah, because
but that's the propaganda that CNN and BBC will not tell you.
Influences. It's not like
whether you see the end justifying the means or the means justifying the end is what you want to argue here. But whether it was for his own safety, it was also for the esteem of his country, the prestige of his country. The point I was trying to make to my friend here is that it ceased being a question of teleological ethics versus deontological ethics the moment America had tankers very near to Russian borders. It became situational ethics. So we can argue all day, but all I know is that if I'm a president of a nation and there's effing tankers at my borders and there's talks of my neighbors joining my enemies, they're about to join NATO, and I know what happens when they all join hands. I'm going to react exactly the way Putin reacts. I'm not going to wait for my enemy to throw the first punch. If you're going to get into an inevitable fight, you might as well just throw the first punch. That's what I was trying to say here. Siege of his country.
Exactly. And my point is,
if you were in Poland, you are a Polish guy, and your country was being threatened, and your leader made the exact same step to protect you.
If it would be threatened in the direct way, threatened in to
what
to
is the direct way? Was Putin a punk supposed to just wait for them to come and drag him out of the Kremlin?
But Ukraine wouldn't do that. The military power of Ukraine itself wasn't big enough to do it.
Who's to say that?
Just compare the size of the economy of Russia.
He was to take the risk.
But you know what I mean?
Do you see my point? Though?
Yeah, I see your point, but I have to disagree because I believe that it somehow threatens only the renown of Russian Empire. And not the Russia itself. Ukraine wouldn't attack Russians because the military power compared to itself. And if Ukraine would make a move to attack Russia, nobody would help them. Because why would they? Why?
If they were part of NATO, then all NATO members would be on the side of Ukraine.
If they
But
would-
do you
if they would
expect
stop-
that
yeah, but
Putin
if they
waits
would-
for them
if they would
to
start,
join NATO and then finds out what America would do to him?
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
if they
do
would
we
start
need
a
to
war-
read you the resume of America? These are the same guys who are in Vietnam. These are the same guys in Afghanistan, like funding the Al-Qaeda and then later on claiming that, oh, this is just a terrorist group, but they were the guys funding them. Come on. Come on, by now we know who the bad guys are. It's only that they parade themselves as the good guys. Again, same day that boots were marching in Ukraine, Biden had dead kids and women in Somalia. Where was the outcry for that?
Well, you've got a point though.
Completely full. I'm sitting in a restaurant with my friend Milos. Milos Prost. This is for Helmut. We are waiting for food.